Look, so I don't want to make a whole lot of enemies, but if you have anxiety and you're depressed, right, and you're taking pills for it, maybe it's because you are deep down, you're a good person, and you're following an ideology you know is evil. And it's giving you, and it's making you feel bad, right? It's making you feel bad, right? And you know, it's just a real shame. I used to think I was a bad person. That's why I understand you guys so well. I used to think I was a bad person, but I realized I wasn't, right? You know, and I'm not hurting anyone. I'm just telling you what you don't want to hear. I'm just telling you what you don't want to hear in a public area, and you guys started this. You put me in the box, you assumed my gender, and you told me I was white and that I don't have a right to talk and all this sort of stuff, because that's what your books have told you, because you don't use your brain, right? And you've got a real good brain in your head, right? And it's just a shame, you know, it's a real shame. But the reason you're all coked up on antidepressants and anxiolytics and all that sort of stuff is because you're trying to be evil and you're not. And that's why you're depressed. That's why you're depressed, because you're trying to be evil and you're not, and you think your ideology justifies it, and that's what it is at the end of the day. But look, when you actually want to solve your problems instead of just eating drugs and being, you know, just pathetic like you are, like your whole group is, you know, that's just what it's going to be at the end of the day. Oh yeah, no, you know, no, I mean, no, he's right. I have no friends. He's right. I've got no friends. Anyway. A message to all my YouTube videos: if you are depressed and you have anxiety and all this stuff, the depression is probably a result of your anxiety, and it's because there's things in your head subconsciously that are clashing continuously, and it makes you worried, and you worry about everything, you think about everything, and it makes you depressed. That's why so many people are depressed right now, because they think too much, and basically they think too much, and it just goes nowhere because they're not being taught how to think. But yeah, you know, that's it at the end of the day, right? Isn't it? And you saw that he wasn't just going to blow me out. He thought he was still right after all that, and that's what scares me, man. You know, like I didn't go in there and call him an idiot. I just kept talking, and at the end of the day, he still thought he was right, and everything I'd just done was a waste of time. But I just made a video about it, so I put it on YouTube and show them what they are, because they might try to start a revolution. Because I'm never going to hurt them, but they might try to start a revolution, man. And what's going to happen is that everyone's going to know that they're evil, and they'll never get any traction. People will know that their ideology is psychopathic, right? You know what I mean? Like, even if I don't convince them, I can convince the audience. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, that's yeah. This is my thing. This is my thing. You know. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna put this video up on YouTube. It doesn't have your voice in it. But you know, like, I'm gonna put it up on YouTube because I just proved again what they are. And the guys that ignored me, they did what I wanted them to do. I made them ignore me. And I made that idiot, that fat idiot that sat down and tried to pretend he wasn't listening to me. I made him engage me, and then he thought he could do something. It was a one-way conversation. I'm not gonna lie, it was a one-way conversation. And he was stupid enough to think that if he talked when I had my headphones on, that I was gonna hear anything he said. And I didn't hear it. I heard snippets, but it didn't matter because he's just talking shit. Just like me, am I talking shit? That's up to the viewer, I guess, to decide. I'm not gonna force you to do anything, right? I'm not going to force you to hit that like button or the subscribe button. Anyway, so yeah, that's the end, right? That's the end.
I didn't like.
End of my chat.